Welcome back to the 31 days of Halloween here at our YouTube channel. Today I'm going to make this scar face for you. It's an easy makeup to do. You could create this in 30 to 40 minutes. It only takes a few products, so you don't need to invest a lot of money in a wide collection to create this. Well, if you want to know how I did this, please keep watching because I will explain it step by step in the coming video. And if you don't want to miss any of the other Halloween videos we are going to upload to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The first thing we're going to do to create this scar face is draw out where I want the scars to be. Most of this I will erase while applying the scars, but for the rigid Collodion ones, the color of this pencil is perfect. So those will stay and the rest I will erase before I put on the scars. But I want to know in advance where I'm going to put it, because otherwise they will probably be all over the place. And drawing them out first gives you the opportunity to think about it before applying the special effects makeup to your face. That is kind of what I'm looking for, and I'm gonna make the rigid Collodion scars so they go in my skin. I want to make scars that lay on my skin, and I also have some fresh wounds by the Tinsley tattoos, and so I want it to be old and new and just a scarry face. I have a separate video on how to work with rigid Collodion. You can definitely get it from this video, but if you want more information, just check the video I put a link to above. Rigid Collodion is a smelly substance, but it's very effective. Don't put it in your eyebrow, don't put it near your eye, and don't put it in your mouth because you won't like it. You work in layers, so you put on a layer, let it dry for a few minutes, and then you can put on a new layer. Well, for me right now it's important to decide where I want the rigid Collodion to be. Rigid Collodion has the most effect on skin that moves a lot, so it won't be as effective on your forehead or on your nose or on your chin than it would on your cheeks or where you get the aging lines around your eyes. That skin mostly is more flexible, so the scars will appear better there. Now I have a full face of scars, and I think I will just pick a few to make the rigid Collodion scars with. And that's one layer. And there are 5 layers of rigid Collodion. I just added one scar to my lip because, well, I thought I needed it. So stop before you get the rigid in your mouth if you decide to get it on your lip as well. I'm gonna get my highlight and contour palette to just lightly powder the rigid Collodion to get rid of a bit of the shine. So it's not even to really color it, but just to get it a bit less shiny. It does feel like it pulls the skin, so it takes some getting used to when you apply it to your face. There are the scars that go in. The scars that lay on my skin I'm going to make with Scars by Makeup's scars for film and television. This is the color Olive. I also tried the brown on my skin a few minutes before I started filming, but it's too dark for me, so I'm going to stay with Olive. This is a silicone-like product. You put it on your skin and it will dry by itself. So you don't need to add anything to it, and it's a very lovely product with a great effect. So I'm gonna put them kind of everywhere. Do not get this in your eyebrows. This also needs to dry, so I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna apply the fresh wounds. I actually want to add a lot more scars to my face, but I think if I do, I won't have room for the fresh wounds to be there. So I'm gonna erase this one. And wait for a few minutes to continue this makeup. And these I'm gonna powder as well, again with the highlight and contour palette, because these are very shiny and of course they don't really need to be scars. Now it is time for the small open wounds, and I've got those Tinsley trauma tattoos which give very convincing wounds, and I'm just gonna place them on the gaps I left in the makeup. You get rid of the plastic sheet that's over them and then just place them where you want them to be. Get yourself a sponge and some water and just dab on the water until the transfer paper gets loose off the tattoo. And there all the wounds and scars are on my face, and now it's time to go and color them. Of course my eyes are still too bright, so I'm going to make them a bit darker. I'm not going to make them blue, but I'm just going to take the highlight and contour palette and use the darker colors to color my eyes. Now I think I do want a bit of redness around the wound, so I'm just gonna gently apply some colors from the Pro Coloring Bruise around them, just to intensify them a bit. And I'm gonna add some fake blood, of course. You could also do this with a sponge, but just sometimes I think it's easier to work with your fingers. Yes, and now it is time for fake blood. Let's see which one we're going to choose today. I'm going to start with the coagulated blood gel by Meron. It's a nice thick blood which will definitely stay where you put it on your face. I'm not gonna use the applicator that is in the bottle, but I'm gonna apply it with a brush because my brush tip is a bit smaller than the applicator. So this is the blood which I want to stay where I put it. And in a bit I will get some dripping blood to finish the effect. And I won't put any blood in my neck, because if you go to a party and you move all night, the blood will be everywhere. So that is the coagulated blood gel. I missed one. And now it's time for a thinner blood. And this is Thick Clotting Blood by Vermilion FX. Lovely, lovely, lovely blood with a nice tip to easily apply it on the skin. And the last thing I will do is get a stipple sponge and some blood on my hand. And then I'm going to lightly stipple some on top of the wound. And there you have it, the scar face. This is an easy makeup to do. It only takes some time to get the rigid collodion and the scars by makeup to dry. So take 30 to 40 minutes and you can definitely create this makeup. Well, of course, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel in the link below. We will be back tomorrow with a new video, and of course I hope to see you then. Bye bye!